All right, Grand Rising. We're going to be in Ecclesiasticus, is what it's called in this Bible, um, today. And we're going to do the ending of 28 and then go into 29. Boy, I promise there's been a battle lately. Again, I can't find my glasses. I've been cleaning up, but in the midst of cleaning up, making more of a mess. Hopefully, I'm actually getting somewhere. But I must have misplaced my glasses, so um, you'll have to bear with me. But anyhow, um, so um, I feel like I was dealing with other things, just in the uh, mind, body, and spirit for the past couple of days, and trying to get out into nature and things like that. And I've been kind of like at a halt, even though I knew I wanted to get into some more of goodness Psalms with you guys. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and do this first really quick because I was just in commune with Source, and sometimes it's stuff that's going on in your life that can make you feel as though, for me anyway, um, Source is too busy. But I think it's sometimes I feel that it's maybe me trying to redirect my attention, or redirecting my attention and my energy, which then kind of slowly starts to pull like a gap in between. Um, and so again, we're all here trying to learn um, in these times and see. And so it's always good to be able to measure things off of those type of things, your instincts or your sensors, or um, you know um, because again, you're not going to always have certain tools in order to operate or navigate when it comes to communing with with Source, right? So these tools are amazing, but learning how to discern and let things sit and resonate, and things like that is very important too. But I guess spiritual growth in a sense. So okay. Mm, okay. I apologize. I'm gonna have to go back into that because I kind of wow. Okay. All right. Okay. You know what? This is crazy. One of my soul siblings, I feel I'm gonna have to go back to his video, but I feel that maybe this is, um, yeah, the message that, again, inspired me to go into thought. Okay. Then I came back in, grabbed the Bible, and opened it up, and this is where we are. So I'm gonna have to go back and check, but it just would just be more, like I said, confirmation as to how um, the body is working. Um, so yeah, we're gonna stop right there. See, and I wasn't even gonna go there. We're gonna do the second half of 28, or the end of 28, and go into 29. But I kind of just, how I do. I kind of went up and started reading. So, anyways, yes, this is the message or whatever. I don't know if these are exact scriptures, but this is somewhat what he was talking about physicians and doctors and healing this morning. So, anyhow, let's keep going. Um, so again, we're gonna go 28 and 7, or 20. We'll start at 26. Okay. He giveth his mind to make furrows, and is diligent to give the kine fodder. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night mm, that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seal, and are diligent to make great variety, and and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish a work. Huh. The smith also sitteth by the anvil, and considereth the ironwork. The vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ear, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work, and watcheth to polish it perfectly. You know, this is also this is making me think of just even also like the molding of the minds, or just even the altar. Um, so doth the potter sit at his work, and turning the wheel about with his feet, who is always careful set at his work, and maketh all his work by number. He fashioneth the clay with his arm, and boweth down his strength before his feet. He applieth himself to lead it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. It's almost like I think we were talking about something about the cleaning the furnace in another chapter, and I was saying like how it kind of reminds me of your. Well, we won't talk about it because I always forget the name of it. Um, the part of the brain that I'm thinking of, and it being like the cup. Um, just to clean out all of the filth or the gunk that would be even just, let's just keep it basic and say in the mind, or clear out the specks or logs in the mind's eye. I don't know. All these trust to their hands. Okay, so they trust to their hands, and everyone is wise in his work. Without these cannot a city be inhabited. Okay, so again, even if we're talking about city as in a land or something, like I'm saying, even when it comes to joining with your joining, I'm seeing here in some kind of way that these things have to be done to the temple or city, and again, this could be talking about a city, but I don't know, I'm getting something else. Without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, okay, nor go up and down. Okay. They shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. But they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of their craft. 129. This is a description of him that is truly wise, an exhortation to praise God for his works, which are good to the good, and evil in them that are evil. Okay, and it says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients, and be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of the grave sentences, and be conversant in dark parables. He shall serve among great men, and appear before princes. He will travel through the strange countries, for he hath tried the good and evil among them. You know, and this is kind of like what I was trying to tell you guys, like you know, on this channel we can say he or she, but I'm saying he's saying that those that do this, so that's why I'm just saying that it could possibly be like a group, and and they would be kind of like one, yoked, kind of like as one in a sense, of just walking down that path, and you're dealing with dark and light, okay, good or bad or whatever, and you can veer there, kind of like they said Yeshua did. He what do you call it? He was friends, or he was around sinners and all different types of people, but again, he was able to keep his way clean. So again, it's like kind of like a healing factor, because again, he was able to do other wonders as well. And so, if you look at it in that light, wow, I never looked at it really. I hate when I get into deep thought I don't like the word hate, but when I'm doing one of these, because but again, I'm not here to tell you what it is, or anything. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me, and we are just going through it together. Okay, so he will give his heart to resort early to the Lord that made him, and will pray before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer, and make supplication for his sins. When the great Lord will, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding. He shall pour out his wise sentence, and give thanks unto the Lord in his prayer. He shall direct his counsel and knowledge, and in his secret shall he meditate. He shall shew forth that which he hath learned, and shall glory in the law and the covenant of the Lord. Many shall commend his understanding, and so long as the world endureth, it shall not be blotted out. His memorial shall not depart away, and his name shall live from generation to generation. Nations shall shew forth his wisdom, and the congregation shall declare his praise. If he die, he shall leave a greater name than 1,000, and if he live, he shall increase it. Yet have I more to say, which I have thought upon, for I am filled as the moon at the full. Hearken unto me, ye holy children, and bud forth as a rose growing by the brook of the field, and give ye a sweet savor of frankincense, and flourish as a lily. Send forth a smell, and sing a song in praising him, yea, shall say after this manner, all the works of the Lord are exceedingly good, and whatsoever he commandeth shall be accomplished in due season. And none may say that this is. Wherefore is that? For at time, covenant, they shall. I apologize. I really do need those glasses now that I've been wearing them. Okay. So what is it? Exclamation mark. Where where is that? Wherefore is that? Question mark. For at time convenient. Okay. Apologies. They shall all be sought out. At his command, the water stood as a heap, and at the words of his mouth, and receptacles of water. At his command is done whatsoever pleaseth him, and none can hinder. When he will save, the work of all flesh are before him, and nothing can be hid from his eyes. He seeth from everlasting to everlasting, and there is nothing wonderful before him. A man need not to say what is this, wherefore is that, for he hath made all things for their uses. His blessing covered the dry land as a river, and watered it in a flood. As he hath turned the waters into saltness, so shall the heathen inherit his wrath. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks for unto the wicked. For God, for the God, apologies, for the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. The principal things for the whole use of man life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and blood of the grapes, and oil, and clothing. All these things are for good and to the godly. So to the sinners they are turned into evil. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death are these were created for vengeance. Teeth with wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his words. Therefore, from the beginning, I was resolved and thought upon these things, and have left them in writing. All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season. So even the whole thing about like patience, that I was, that was yesterday or last night. Then I started to think about that. If I'm as patient as I think I am, or am I someone that, again, wants things now? So that a man cannot say this is worse than that. For in time they shall all be well approved. And therefore praise ye the Lord with the whole heart and mouth, and bless the name of the Lord. Okay. All right. See, now I was feeling some kind of way, but inside something See, I asked for this. Okay. So, okay. And I'm going to leave it there because now since that happened, I'm going to have to go ahead and go into 1:30. Um, but I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And join us in the Facebook group American Aborigines for more alternative information about past, present, and future. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care.